Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the St. Catherine's Museum and Wellington Canal Center for our morning I Spy tour. We're going to play I Spy in the gallery today. But before we get started, we should probably review the rules. And also, I just want to note that this is Museum Week. And today we're looking at museums through the eyes of children. So we're going to play I Spy in our museum galleries here. Museum Week is a really great week when museums all around the world celebrate the work that we're doing. And we like to include as many people in that as possible. So there's lots of different things to do all Museum Week. So definitely keep watch on our social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube for all, and our blog as well, for all the cool Museum Week content that's coming out this week. So happy Museum Week, everybody. Yay, museums. Let's play I Spy. Now, I don't know about you, but it's been a little bit of time since we've played I Spy in the galleries. It's been probably about a year or so since we've played I Spy here in the galleries. If you want to play I Spy with the from last year, there's 2 videos from last year that you can play along with on our YouTube page. This one we're doing live, so it'll be a little bit different. And so here we go. Who's ready to play I Spy? Just to refresh the rules, I'm going to say I Spy with my little eye, and I'll give you a clue. And then I'll leave the frame like this, and I'll say, okay, I'll give you a few minutes to look, and then we'll go through the thing that I'm spying. Is everybody ready to play? I hope so. I hope everybody's really excited and really ready for I Spy. Here we go. The first one's really, really easy. We don't have to move the iPad at all, because I spy with my little eye something that is very long and yellow. Take a look. Did you see it? Something that's very long and yellow? Could it be this big long yellow thing? If you guess this big long yellow thing, you are correct. Well done, everybody. This big long yellow thing is it's probably actually our longest artifact in the museum gallery. You can see it actually stretches a few meters that way too. This is the 8-person rowing shell that was rowed by the men's rowing team at the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles. And this shell and the guys who rowed it won the gold medal. It's a really cool story. You should look it up. Look up the video on YouTube of the race. They weren't expected to win at all. And I think the Americans were expected to win, and these guys came out on top. Now, why is the rowing shell here at the St. Catherine's Museum? Well, the team trained at the Henley rowing course in Port Dalhousie. So they're our home team, and they brought home a gold medal. Yay! So definitely check out that video on YouTube. You can probably find it just by searching Canada gold medal 1984 Olympics. And that's really cool because, of course, there's another Olympic Games coming up this summer in Japan. So let's go on to our next one. We should high five William Hamilton Barrett on the way. High five. Great. Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. We're going through the galleries. I hope everybody has a chance to come and visit the museum galleries at some point when we reopen after our opening plans in a few weeks and months. Hopefully we're reopened and you can come and see the museum galleries in person. All right, are we ready for our next I Spy? Here we go. I spy with my little eye something that is made of paint and has a gold frame. Okay, take a few minutes and look. Did you see it? Did you see the painting with a gold frame? If you guessed that thing over there, you're right. Let's go take a closer look. do, 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 do. Awesome. Oh, here we go. Wow. This is a really fun way to tour a museum. We should play I Spy all the time. Oh, I don't want to stand in front of him. Okay, let's take it even closer, actually. This guy in the painting, his name is William Hamilton Merritt. And some of you might know him. There's a William Hamilton Merritt Public School. So shout out to in St. Catharines, shout out to anybody from William Hamilton Merritt Public School watching this morning. Go William Hamilton Merritt, that's awesome. William Hamilton Barrett, he was a really important figure in our history of St. Catharines because he was the founder of the Wellington Canal Company. Of course, everybody knows the Wellington Canal today. It's where the ships climb the mountain between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie using a series of locks. And of course, we're here at Lock 3 on the Wellington Canal. But that's not the Wellington Canal he thought of and he designed. He designed the first Wellington Canal. And he was responsible for managing the company and all the contractors and all the laborers who built the first Wellington Canal. So he's a pretty important guy in our history. Awesome. Great job, everybody. All right, we're going to go on to some more interesting history. Of course, as you can see, we're not going to cover all the artifacts throughout the entire gallery today. So definitely come back and when we're open and check out the rest of the museum. Okay, this will be a really fun I Spy for the parents that are my age, or maybe a little bit older, or maybe just a little bit younger. Okay, this one might be tricky. It's kind of hard to see. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. Some of you might recognize some of these artifacts. Here we go. All right. Ooh. I spy with my little eye something that comes in a pair and you wear on your face. Okay, take a look. If you're thinking these things right here, you're correct. Now, this whole display case, let's take a closer look. This whole display case here is dedicated to the movie A Christmas Story. And some of you might recognize there's Ralphie on set. It's a behind the scenes photo. And our object that we were spying are the glasses. These are the glasses from the Christmas Story movie that when Ralphie finally takes a shot with his BB gun, after everybody's been telling him, you'll shoot your eye out, he shoots his little BB gun, it ricochets and hits him in the glasses, luckily not his eye. And they fall off his face and he falls down, and then unfortunately he's fallen on top of his, or he stands up and stands on his glasses, and that's why they're bent. So we're really lucky to have a couple of neat objects from the movie. We have a script. We have a Red Ryder BB gun from the movie, the target that Ralphie was shooting at, the glasses. If you don't know the movie, the sunglasses when Ralphie pretends that he's blind, and the broken glasses, along with a bunch of photos. Now, why do we have all this stuff? You're probably wondering, why is all this stuff in the St. Catharines Museum? That's kind of weird. Well, a couple of scenes, and including the most famous scene, or my favorite scene anyway, were filmed in St. Catharines. Some of the road scenes were filmed, and the schoolroom scenes were filmed in St. Catharines with local actors. And the best scene of all, in my favorite, is the scene where Ralphie's friend, is it Ralphie or is it Ralphie's friend? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, gets his tongue stuck to the flagpole. And that flagpole was in the backyard at Victoria Public School on Niagara Street. So that's pretty cool. Some of the movie was filmed in St. Catharines. The scene with the glasses was filmed in Wisconsin, where the house scenes were filmed. So pretty cool. And that's why they're here in the museum. Now, that movie was released almost 40 years ago. So I don't know how that makes the parents feel. Probably old. Everybody call your parents old. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're all young at heart, and that's what matters. Okay. Just gonna go this way. Awesome. All right. So we're in a different part of the gallery now. And we're gonna do another I Spy. Of course, we have our big red, actually small, Oldsmobile, 1905 Oldsmobile car, quite small. The wheels are only about that thick, but it's from 1905 and cars were different back then. So are we ready for our next thing? Next artifact, here we go. There's lots of artifacts to look at behind me. So get nice and close and see if you can spy what I'm spying. Here we go. I spy with my little eye something that is made of wood and it has lots and lots of writing on it to convey information. Okay, take a look and see if you can spy what I'm spying. Now, there's a couple of things in here that have lots of writing on it. Of course, it could be the Russell House Hotel sign, which used to hang at the old Russell House downtown on St. Paul Street. Or it could be a number of these other text panels, or maybe this sign here. But the thing that I was spying was this sign here. Let's go take a closer look. Now, St. Catharines used to have a really neat streetcar. Oh, you get the side of my face there. Sorry, everybody. A really neat streetcar system. Can you imagine streetcars traveling on like big buses that are almost like trains, traveling downtown on the streets on rails? And the streetcar network was huge. You could take the streetcar from here to Port Colborne. You could take the streetcar from here to Grimsby and then catch another streetcar all the way to Hamilton and then into Toronto. And you could, of course, take the streetcar to Niagara Falls. And this is really cool. You're probably thinking, wait a second, isn't this the St. Catharines Museum? Why is this Niagara Falls sign hanging in the St. Catharines Museum? Well, the answer to that is that this sign hung at Lakeside Park up in Port Dalhousie. And that's where you could catch the streetcar, 65 cents for adults, 35 cents for children for a round trip to Niagara Falls for the day. And this is really cool because it shows not only was the streetcar network important for people getting around in the city, but also using the streetcar network for tourism in the city. Tourism, a lot of people kind of think that tourism is new, but tourism is a really old industry here in St. Catharines, dating all the way back to the 1850s. So it's pretty cool. You used to be, this one is from the 1920s, 1930s, and you can see Niagara Falls, scenic and historic. Really, really cool. Wouldn't it be cool to take the streetcar to Niagara Falls? That's really neat. So let's go on to our last artifact. Thanks very much, everybody, for sticking with me and coming through our I Spy tour through our gallery today. We're so excited to welcome you back to the museum when we're open. And one of the things that you can see in the museum when you come to visit in the next few months, after we're open, is this new exhibit called Marking Time. And this exhibit is really cool. It uses clothing and photographs to talk about life's milestones. Like, for example, getting baptized. Here's a baptismal font. And you can see over here, the grape and wine king and queen and princess. And there's a wedding dress behind there as well. So the life's milestones in Niagara. So, but here we go for our last artifact. Are you ready? Here we go. I spy with my little eye something that is white and red. Something white and red? Is it this? Is it a polo and shorts? I wonder what the significance of a polo and polo shirt and shorts are. Oh my gosh. Well, with a closer look, what does that say? That says 1984. Well, wait a second. We just talked about 1984 at the beginning of our I Spy tour because, of course, The rowing shell, which is hanging just over here, is on display. And part of this exhibit was to mark 1984 and the rowing team's winning of the gold medal. So here's the rowing team. I think they're just about to get their medal, or maybe this is just a team picture. This isn't their rowing uniform, so this is what they're rowing in. This is their sort of their team uniform for non-rowing things when they need to be in uniform. So you see the difference between, a lot of the times you see the difference between like what they're working in and then what they go to like the medal ceremony in later. So you can watch for that difference at this year's Olympics. Pretty cool that we have lots of different parts of the experience of the Olympics from these Canadian team members who not only competed for Canada in Los Angeles and won the gold medal, but trained here in St. Catharines. And so we have the rowing shell, we have a really great uniform, very 1980s, I must say. 3 buttons on the polo and those style of shorts. And you can see the picture here, very, very 1980s, which is great. That's really cool, very retro, vintage. And we're so happy to have that on display. Well, that's it for today's I Spy Tour. Thank you so much for coming along on the I Spy Tour, everybody, today. I hope you enjoyed your time, your very short time in the gallery. And next time you come to the museum, why not play I Spy yourself? It's a great way to go through our museum galleries. Thanks so much for joining me today, everybody. Check out our social media for all the Museum Week stuff that's coming up this week. And have a great day. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Happy Museum Week. Bye.